Hey, I'm Rain Potion, a Set 7 World Finalist. I was lucky enough to be invited by Riot Games to the Set 9 Runeterra Reforged playtest. Games. Got in lobby with Dishsoap, Robin, and Milk. First thing you're gonna notice is that there's 3 little portals. The Carousel got removed. Instead, you can vote for a region you want. Each region has different effects. The vote is randomly chosen from the people voting. I voted for Hearthhome. This region allows you to reforge one of your items into a radiant item. In the meantime, because TG is too broken, I tell everyone not to upgrade their radiant TG. It's both just one of the strongest radiant items in the game, as well as just literally broken. So I don't really have any direction what to play, since the opening carousels removes, you don't really have a starting item. I buy my Void pair. You can hatch a little egg with the Void. I do have 3 Void if I want to play, but I'm not sure I want to buy the Caston yet. It's still possible I get some more gold, and maybe I can make 20 this turn. I actually get like every single Void though. Like my Void spot is so insane that if I get +1 Void here, I think I win the game. But I don't get +1 Void. Instead, I get Hedge Fund. Hedge Fund is like rich get richer. But instead of capping our interest at 70 gold, you cap out your interest at infinity gold. You have 1,000 gold, you're only making 100 gold per turn. I'm also eyeing a few things in my shop. First, I'm eyeing the Tristana pair. It's a good unit that might be able to kill a few units for me. Echo is also decent at killing units, so he's gonna play it right now. The biggest thing I'm worried about is that there's another Hedge Fund player, and I kind of want to lose streak. So I'll scout and make sure that everyone's actually playing a real board, and then I play 2 Tristanas and an Echo, which I think kills the most units here. Yeah, Milk was the weakest of everyone I could have faced, but I don't have any common Augment, even if he doesn't either. But Milk is playing actual traits. He's got Challenger in, Shadow Isles, and he's also playing a 3-cost. So I'm playing 2 Tristana ones. So I'm quite happy to get a good loss here. 1 component start with Hedge Fund. It is not bad. In the meantime, we take a look at someone else who's just hacking. Double Prismatic, first Augment. Social distancing. Social distancing 6. I'm told though that it was only a visual bug, so thankfully I didn't have to deal with someone with an extra Prismatic, but was a little bit scared for a second. My own strategy with Hedge Fund, I think, is to always loss streak. Especially with an econ opener, I think you can get a ton of gold. By loss streaking, you don't need to spend a lot of gold for to hold units on your board. It means that you're basically guaranteed a streak. If you can win streak with Hedge Fund, like obviously that's preferable because then you also save HP, but without a combat prismatic, I think it's really hard to win streak a lot of the time. I get a Piltover, which I think is really, really big. The Piltover traits basically increases the power of your T-Hex for every single loss you get. And consecutive losses increase your power more, so it works a lot like Mercs. When you win though, all your power gets unleashed in your T-Hex grows into its final form. You can also sell your T-Hex for a lot of gold, but I mean, you could have like 100 gold or you could have a dinosaur. I'm choosing dinosaur every single time. I get another great loss here. And my main concern right now is just making sure I don't win. My spot is so good, I've lost two rounds and I'm still 94 HP. I think I can go for a decent 10 loss streak here. But if I win, it's kind of all over. It means that the charge of my T-Hex is forever really low. The one unfortunate part about the game is that there is a Curse Crown player in the lobby. That means I'm just getting 6 out here. I think my board can usually kill like maybe 1 or 2 units, but Curse Crown means that they have a ton of damage, they have a ton of frontline. My units can't kill anything. Take a look at the carousel. I still actually have direction. I have a cloak, which slightly favors AP because you can build Spark and Chalice, as opposed to just Runons for AD specific comps. But the other thing I see on Carousel is I see a chase. It lets me drop maybe my Tristana, my Oriana 1, play a stronger unit. And it's also 3 cost with the bow. Not a bad component. I'm quite happy to see it. Just take it. Worst case scenario, I sell it for extra econ. I don't have that too. Especially since I'm making 70 gold on 2-5. Everyone else on the other hand looks to be focused on win streaking. Milk was the other lost streak in that lobby. But with my loss to them on 2-1, I'm pretty confident in my ability to 5 loss this lobby. Under my old high roll, I fight another level 4, which is just absolutely incredible. Even though I don't actually manage to kill a single unit, I've saved a ton of HP. I'm 676 HP, 4 loss. Milk on the other hand is 3 loss, 74 HP, so I think I got the better end of the deal. And I get to make 87 gold. I got the choice here. I could like sell my Echo for a ton of gold, but honestly, I'm kind of down to just try to play a stronger board, try to kill some units. I'm pretty sure I'm making infinite gold this game, and my only goal is to make sure I don't die before I cash out my T-Hex. The one thing I'm looking at as I'm positioning around, by the way, is that I want units hitting the weakest tank that they can. Because I'm just looking to kill units. I think with my board of 1-star shitters, it's really, really hard for you to ever win a round. And not that I'm trying to win a round. So I'm focused on trying to kill units, trying to target weak front lines. Hit a little here, since, I mean, I'm already making 80. I think it's okay to take a little bit of gold to pump my levels up. Maybe take not as bad losses. Maybe high roll like a Jace 2 next shop or something at level 5. All very good stuff. I check my Zon thing. It's ally explode on death based on their max health, which doesn't really help me. I'm not really running a Zon tank, and none of my Zon units right now are super tanky. So I'm not quite that interested in playing Zon. On the other hand, making 90 gold on 2-7? That's pretty good. I started the game thinking I wanted to play AD, but I go to Krugs, I get dropped tier 2 Rod, and my AD dreams go down the drain. If I really, really wanted to force it, I could obviously just stamp blue buff, snap Rageblade, play AD, but usually it's better to just play what the game gives you. In this case, I'm happy to make a Shiv and an Archangels with 2 frontline items to play for later on. Don't really have an Archangel's holder, and I'm also seeing that I have Milk on my pool. He's only level 4, so if I slam everything, I was somewhat worried that I might be able to actually beat him. Didn't look like I would have beat his team, but I wanted more surprising fights, so I wanted to make sure that I was fighting someone pretty strong before I spent my items. Yeah, just slamming a shiv means that I take a nice 3-unit loss. Not bad. And I'm at 61 HP. Silver, silver, silver. I can reroll my augments if I want. Reroll my middle augments. Recombobulator isn't really tempting. I don't have any 4 stars to reroll the 5 stars. I also can't really get rid of my Piltover because I need to play my Piltover during my lost streak. Stabilization thing I don't really want to play. I'm playing a Jace right now, and Jace really encourages you to keep your units together. I don't have that many use for lesser Nikos, so I think Unburden because Unburden works on your T-Hex. Even though your T-Hex technically has 2 items, he has the charge item and the power item. Your T-Hex actually works with Unburden. You can see that it has 1.35 times the amount of its base attack speed. Which means if I get like a decently powered T-Hex, I've got like a real menace on my board. The extra attack speed. I take a look at Milk. He's got a kill 3. I really don't think I can beat a kill 3 even if I slam all of my items, so I just slam my Archangels, hoping to kill 1 or 2. But it turns out that Radiant items are pretty strong, and having an extra Radiant Redemption means that my units don't really kill much. But the great thing is, Milk was also only level 5, so even though I only killed 1 unit, it's the 4-unit loss. And 50 HP. I'm also starting to think about what I can play here. There's a few AP carries in this set, and I think I can maybe just go straight to level 9, so I can maybe play Rise, I can maybe play Heimerdinger. I can also maybe play Kaisa, a 4 cost. Gwen is also playable. I think there's a lot of reasonable options here. Also, I don't think I've ever been this rich in my life. 150 gold before stage 3 Carousel. I also have like a pretty good run of matchmaking. I fight Milk when he's level 5. I fight this person, who when they're also level 5, they also took hedge funds, so apparently they decided not to put their gold towards leveling. Which makes sense. It would cost 20 gold to level to 6 here. That's 2 gold of interest per turn you're losing. And like any gold you're losing is unacceptable. Here, I know I said I wanted to go for a frontline item, but then I saw Zeri. I was thinking maybe I can like dual carry both Zeri and an AP champion. Zeri just fits into this comp really well. She's both Dawn and she's a gunner, just like Jinx, which means that with Jace and Echo, she has both her traits met. I was thinking maybe I could go like something like Rune on Zeri, and then Shiv Archangels on the other unit. She also makes my board stronger right now, just having a Zerian makes my board a bit more likely to kill stuff since she has built-in executes. I also look at my gold and I realize that leveling here could just cost me like 1 interest per turn. I think it's probably worth it. I add in the Cho'Gath. If I can even save like 4 HP here, I think it's correct. Obviously adding a Cho'Gath one doesn't do the most, but Bruiser for like an extra 100 health on the rest of my team might result in me killing an extra unit. But it's kind of hard to kill a unit if someone is level 7 with 9 units and 0 gold. So despite my best efforts, I basically get railed. The Chem Explosion coming from my Echo comes in handy. I can get 1, but I'm at 26 HP. I was originally hoping to get to the end of the stage with at least 2 lives, which may put me in a pretty comfortable spot if I go level 9. But if I take another bad loss, I'm going to be stuck on 1 life, and that's when things start getting a little shaky. Alright, final round. From here on, after this, we win out. But just need to make sure I lose the last round. Everyone I'm playing against, though, is really trying to win. The only other lost streaker was the other Hedge Fund player. I already fought them. But everyone's at least making a passable effort at winning. And I end up at 14 HP. One bad loss from death. I have two choices here. I was thinking about rolling it down right on 3-7 on the creep round. But if I don't roll it down this turn, I keep my interest. I have 20 more gold. And honestly, if you could choose between having 20 more gold or not having 20 more gold, you choose the 20 gold every single time. We're not rolling it down this turn. We're sacking one and winning out. Alright. See the claw, I'm ready to roll. Level 6 straight to level 9 in one turn, and now we're playing Legendary Soup. Rise, I found my AP carry. Already another AP carry. Maybe we can hit Rise too. Also Piltover. My little ringer. Okay. I've still got my 3 Piltover in. I got my legendaries in. My board is looking kind of strong. My T-Hex is at 30 charge. I win this fight. Get a ton of gold. And 4-2. Take a look at my augments. I think healing orbs here is quite reasonable, but Martyr heals my allies for 15% of the max health when one of my units dies. 15% of my 5k HP dinosaur is a lot of health, and I'm level 9, so I've got a lot of units to kill off. I take my Martyr. I don't really want Shrink Module, so I do Shiv. I'm just here doing carrying my dinosaur and my Heimerdinger. My board isn't exactly the strongest. I couldn't really 2-star any of my important 5 costs, but a 5 cost is still a 5 cost, and a 5 cost on stage 4 is quite strong. Also, I've got my 3-star 10 cost, my T-Hex. He's sitting there with his burden, getting tons of max HP, percent HP from his from the Martyr augments. And even better than that, he has a laser beam. Pick up my second Swarm upgrade for my turrets. Also find a Gwen 2. The side that my Mechanoswarm is more important than my Gwen 2 right now, so I can't really play my Gwen 2 without dropping something. Also I don't have any items on my Gwen 2, whereas I have items for my Heimerdinger, which was my turrets, so getting my turret pumped up sounds pretty good. And now we take a look at the lost streak versus the win streak. My 3-star dinosaur versus the puny 1-star dinosaur. Ah, it's not even close. I just laser beam their entire team. And they're gone. Well, not buying Gwen 2, unfortunately, which means I kind of want to lock. Makes a lot of sense to play Gwen on this board. I get Shadow Isle for my Senna, which gives both my Senna and my Gwen some shielding and some mana. Especially on the Senna, the mana really makes a difference. And also gives Slayer to my Aatrox, and I'm hoping to hit 2-star Aatrox, which should just wreck the entire board. The other thing I'm looking at here is I kind of want to finish my tank items. I've got a like reasonable amount of backline, I've got my T-Hex, I've got my turrets, my Heimerdinger, and my Rise. So I just need to make sure my frontline lives long enough. Oh, and also I have a coin, I guess. I just end up selling the Scion. It's a 5 cost, but I'm probably playing Lissandra for a very long time. She's Invoker for my Rise, and she's Freljord for my Sejuani, which shreds their entire team. It means that it's a little bit hard to fit Scion on the board, and again I decided just not to bother. I'll play Sejuani instead. It's quite tanky as well. I also use my Hearthhome here to reforge my Shiv into a Radiant Shiv. Makes a lot of sense with most of my team being magic damage. With the T-Hex just topping the damage cards, the Gwen doing pretty well, the turrets, the Heimerdinger, the Rise. I think it makes sense to make sure that the entire team is always shredded. And it really pays off this fight, where my T-Hex just blows through the team with 5k HP and through 200 AP. You can also see that like the T-Hex's power gain really has stopped now that I'm not lost streaking. I'm only getting 1 power per turn. So like maybe in like 20 turns I can get my 4-star T-Hex. But really, if you wanna play a T-Hex and you wanna get it upgraded, get it going, you need a lost streak. You gotta play Rose Guardian, the Curse Crown player. Pretty sure they've like 10-0'd me every single time they fought me so far, so I get my dinosaur out. And wow, revenge tastes sweet. In this fight though, I think the T-Hex kind of missed their entire team, so it didn't contribute that much to my damage. Starting back in for Rise 3. I don't think I need to roll much. My board is not super upgraded, but I've got a massive T-Hex. So I'm not too worried, especially given the fact that I'm level 9 on 4-1. I'm quite ahead of the rest of the lobby in tempo, and the Curse Crown player has also been making sure that people can't really afford to greed too much. They need to roll to save HP. And I have my last pair of items. About making GS and Gargoyles. GS from Heimerdinger, Gargoyles from my Sejuani. But I kind of want to make an item for a unit that's already 2-starred. And the other item combination I'm seeing is Titan's BT. Obviously Titan's BT would eventually go best on my Aatrox, but right now I have a 2-star Gwen and a 1-star Aatrox. So I decide might as well put these items on my Gwen. Make sure I'm winning rounds right now instead of, stacking my rounds. Can we see another really interesting strategy? This player is playing 3 self-repairs on their Heimerdinger turrets. Stacked by stacking self-repairs, it heals itself instantly. Unfortunately for them, I have been playing with Gwen, and my Gwen just goes in the back line, snips their Ari pieces. I don't really have too much trouble taking care of their front line. I'm not too worried about losing. Some of these boards are starting to get a little bit scary, especially with Kale 3, Teemo 4. But given the fact that the kill only has 2 items, I decided to tough it out. One more round. Just one more round. And thankfully I'm lucky enough to fight someone who isn't the strongest ever. Most of their items are still on the 2-star Jinx instead of on the forecast the Zeri. And my Dinosaur and Gwen team up to just murder the entire backline. We see a fight where the self-repair is actually doing a lot, even though they end up losing the end. The self-repair turret just keeps healing itself, respawning. And it's actually kind of scary. At this point, I'm really thinking about if I should start rolling. Kind of want to go for Rise 3, but also some of these people are a little bit strong. I end up deciding it's probably okay. Milk is still running 2-item Kale. And I mean, Kale is a little bit scary, but I'm not that scared of 2-item Kale. I decided to give it a go. Back to the Curse Ground player. The funny thing is that everyone in the lobby is nearly dead already. The Curse Ground player putting so much pressure on the lobby early means that everyone's HP bars are really low. Which I'm actually really sad about. I think with a little bit more extra HP I can 100% go for Rise 3 here. But instead we see that there's 4 people left, all with under 14 HP. I take a look at the carousel, I'm not seeing anything super attractive. Maybe a Scion 2, especially with the Slayer. It turns out, no go. Just take another Titans. Yeah, the game is about to end, so I think it's worth rolling down now. Find my Senate 2, I find my Sejuani 2, my Aatrox 2. Don't find that much else. I was kind of hoping I could find my Heimerdinger 2 and maybe find a few Rises. If I found enough Rises, I was kind of willing to sell board. But selling board with only 5 Rises sounds like a good way to lose the game, so not quite yet. Oh, you know, my T-Hex is laser beaming everything, my Gwen is snip-snipping. Right, probably last round. I get rolled hard enough, I die, and kill Dishsoap. He dies. Good time to remake my Gwen. I have a nice Aatrox 2 ready for all these items, and the BT with the extra AD is obviously a little bit better on the Aatrox than a Gwen, especially given the fact that my Gwen is a 4 cost and my Aatrox is a 5 cost. This group here has 9 Shurima. But even though he has 9 Shurima, I got a T-Hex, a dinosaur. My dinosaur just laser beams their entire team. Fight actually starts looking a little bit close. Until my Aatrox remembers he's also a champion. I secure the win. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more Set 9 TFT gameplay, be sure to subscribe and hit the like button.